Welcome back, trainers, and here we go. Probably my favorite league, Open Master League. We're going to be testing out an XL level 50, 100% IV Garchomp, Best Buddy, as well as a Shadow Best Buddy Salamence. It's not completely XL'd up. It is going to be level 45.5. I do power it up after my first battle, and I realized, holy cow, that Dragon Tail was extremely strong. That's ridiculous. It's like a charm, but in a dragon form. So with that said, let's go ahead and see what we have going on here. As far as the Little Cup, I can't stand it. I don't like it at all. It's just not fun to me. I understand a lot of people are going to love it, and you're able to rise up in rank or whatever the case may be, but I just don't like it, personally. I'll be doing them, but I'm going to be sticking to this. So we are going to be pairing up the level 50 Garchomp with Metagross, level 50 Best Buddy. I do have it equipped as the Best Buddy. So it is going to be completely maxed out as far as a Kyogre. It is not even 100. It is level 50. Oh, not level. Yeah, okay. It is going to be level 40. Not XL'd up by any means. Just plain. It is just a good lead, and it is going to be nice pairing it up with these. Now, the Shadow Salamence XL, we will take a look at that towards the end of the video. It's going to be kind of, the grand finale. Can't believe we're actually using this, and it was just on a whim. We started encountering bad leads, bad swaps, so I just said, what the heck with it. And we're going to actually be using a team with Shadow Salamence XL, the level 50 Metagross, and the Garchomp XL level 50. So, yeah, we're going to be extremely weak to Ice and Charm. How am I going to play around if I run into a, say, Mamoswine lead or a Togekiss lead? Well, I'm going to have those examples for you folks. Yeah, there's a way to play around it, and we do just that. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss those battles. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at the Community Day level 50, 100% maxed out Best Buddy. I love to say that, Garchomp, right? And see what it can do. And of course, we already know Metagross is just disgusting. So let's get into the commentary. Bringing back the Kyogre to go up against the Dragonite. We're going to do some farming. And it looks like they want to swap, retreating that Dragonite with energy, bringing in that Mewtwo, which has built up quite a bit of energy, getting to another Surf here. And they're really farming up a bit of energy. They are letting it go. I thought they would have had a Side Strike by then, but I guess not. So bringing back in the Dragonite here, we're going to go ahead and shield it up just for the sake of holding on to this Pokemon here. Garchomp doesn't really want to see it, so we're going to have them use up that energy here before we do go down. Hopefully surviving just enough. Unfortunately not. Wow, we're going to be... Okay, so I'm going to tell you, we should have lost that. If they would have stayed in there with the Dragonite, this is typical for somebody to do this. For the last Pokemon, you don't know what it is. You swap as soon as, they throw it in so you can start getting an energy advantage with them. But them not knowing what I had, they swapped into their Landorus Theron form where the Dragonite could have done some big damage to us and gotten to maybe a Dragon Claw before we got to a charge move. So awesome for us. We're able to farm down the Landorus Flying type with a Ground Quick move, which does hardly any damage because they lowered their defense with Superpower. We take the win on the Dragonite with Outrage. Into the next battle, we're met with a Melmetal here. All right. So they're going to be swapping into their Yveltal, and this is interesting. I was thinking about this. I have a 100, don't have enough candies, didn't rate it hard enough, and we are not going to be using that. I could power it up pretty high. Let's see what it's doing, though. So it is kind of squishy. And we're going to go ahead and shield this up, seeing that we're going to be able to farm down here. And we have used one shield, taking down that Yveltal. In comes the Melmetal. This is a fine matchup here. And I guess they could farm us down. I think they may do that here. Let's see. It's a bit risky. Yeah, looks like they're going for the complete farm down. We were at another Surf, but they're able to Thundershock us into oblivion. Nice. So they're loaded up on energy. We're going to go ahead and bring in that Garchomp, which was going to resist the Rock Slide. They're going for Superpower. And as you can see, level 50 Garchomp, Superpowers from a level 50 Melmetal are nothing anymore. Yeah, it's nothing. This Garchomp is just absolutely disgusting. Now, you could run Sand Tomb and Outrage. You can run Sand Tomb and Earthquake. You can run Sand Tomb and Earth Power. And then Dragon Tails. You don't want all ground moves on your Dragonite. Really depends. I ran into several different variants, but I'm going to be sticking to the Community Day with the Outrage here. So they're going to be bringing back in that Melmetal. We're going to go ahead and let that go through, no problem. All right, so we even had a Meteor Mash ready to go. We're still going to let this go through here, farming them down all the way. Because they had a shield left, it would have been pointless. Might as well just go quick moves all the way, right? Into the next battle, we're met with a Mewtwo here, and it is going to be, yeah, that's definitely an XL Mewtwo. So always lovely running into these things here. We're going to go ahead and let that Scythe Strike go through. It's going to be doing a ton of damage from that XL Mewtwo. Going to go ahead and throw our Surf, doing a lot of damage right back as these waterfalls are really adding up. Do we shield? Yes, we are, and I think we may be able to farm down at this point. Perfect. They haven't used a shield, but it's okay. We're going to be winning swap here, bringing in the Yveltal. Alright, so Metagross doesn't really like to see this. At least our moves are going to be doing neutral damage. And we swap into our Garchomp. They immediately go into their Mamoswine here. And we're going to go ahead and throw Outrage. At least that's threatening. You know, it's going to be forcing them to throw a shield. Now, the way I think we're going to be able to play through this here is we're going to win CMP on the Yveltal. And we can farm down the Mamoswine. So Bulldoze is going to hurt. We're going to just let this one go through. They're going to go straight Bulldoze here. Don't know if we can actually farm down at this point. Unfortunately not. Don't think we're going to be able to take the win here unless we catch a charge move with our Yveltal. I was trying to, but they just farmed us down. They know better. Going to be bringing in that Metagross here. We're shieldless, and they're going to get to a charge move. And we're taking a loss here. And, you know, it's going to be a little bit difficult going up against level 50 legendaries. All right, into the next battle here. Or close to, right? A couple, like, one power up away from level 50 legendaries. This is a good lead up against Garchomp. Yes, it is Dragon, but it is also Ground, and Kyogre's damage is dumb. All right, that's why you need to raid them during GoFest Day 2 when Kyogre's time is around. Get those XL candies, get those regular candies. It's going to be extremely good. Let's see how diluted those raids are. So we are up against a Dragonite here. And this is always a good matchup, but you got to look out for that bait, just like that. And then they go for Hurricane or Draco Meteor, and it's just like, dang it. Nice one, you got me. So forcing me to use 2 shields here. Okay. Got to farm a little extra, so we got to make up for those shields there. So we're going to be ready to go for whatever they do throw at us. We'll have that energy. Level 50 Metagross hits everything hard. And it is going to be the Garchomp here. We're going to go ahead and throw this Meteor Mash and swap into our Kyogre as they swap into their Metagross. And this is a good matchup because, well, Water's going to be resisting Steel. They can go for the Meteor Mash. It's still going to hurt us. At this range, it should KO. But we're obviously in a good position here. So far, so good. Let's keep it going here. They're going to be taking down the Kyogre. We're going to go ahead and bring in the Garchomp. And not quite taking the win. And I farm it down with quick moves, even though I could have got off a charge move. So is Garchomp worth your investment? Say you just reached level 50 and you're trying to power this up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't need to tell you twice. This thing is good for raids, good for PvP. It's amazing. Do you need Earth Power? I wouldn't say you do, but it... You probably are going to want it if you're going to be maxing it out. And you're interested in raiding as well as PvP. So definitely worth your power-ups. But you don't need like 3 of them. I mean, if you have the XL candies and you want to do it, go for it. But wait for the Shadow. One is good enough. At level 50. All right, so up against the Garchomp, we're going to be shielding up. They got the Sand Tomb. They baited me good right there. So we used a shield, and our defense has been dropped. Bringing back the Groudon here. Let's see if we can line up the Kyogre with this thing and get a classic battle going on here. Obviously, we'll be looking fantastic if we are able to do that, and I think we will. As soon as they take us out here with this Fire Punch, lower defense, absolutely going to be going down. Now, we could go in here with Garchomp and start farming up, but we're going to go ahead and swap Kyogre. They have a Melmetal in the back, and Garchomp is going to be good going up against Melmetal as well. All right, I don't know what it is. If I'm slipping up on the names here and I'm not catching myself, sorry about that. So they're going for a Rock Slide. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Garchomp after they did use up their energy here. Remember, Superpower is really not going to be threatening us even from that level 50 Melmetal because we're level 50 as well. And we're just bulky as all heck if it's neutral damage, right? So going for another Superpower. Great. We're almost to 2 of these Earth Powers. We're going to barely hit some of these bubbles here. Kind of wanted to not take him out, but yeah, in comes the Groudon, and we're going to go ahead and let this go through. It is a Fire Punch, not very effective. Getting to the Outrage, and we're going to be getting the shield here. Beautiful. Last shield. Going to go ahead and swap into Kyogre. This is going to be doing some big damage to the Groudon over there. Surf, and almost taking him out. One more Waterfall. We take the win. Classic battle. Into the next one here, we're going to be met with a Dialga, and we kind of don't really want to stay here. Technically, we can, because Waterfall is a really good move, but we're going to go ahead and just swap. I kind of just directly go into my hard counter, unfortunately, because of the way this team is built here. So they're bringing in their Garchomp, and this is still not the worst case scenario in the world. You know, Earth Power is going to hurt. But there's another Sand Tomb user, so there you go. And I'm expecting another one here. And I do believe we're going to go ahead and let it go through and getting to the Meteor Mash. Sounds good to me. Looks like I'm going crazy trying to hit those bubbles there. And they have used their last shield while we still have 2 left. Is that a good thing? Yeah, actually, that's pretty good. So long as they do not have a Charm user in the back, we'll be fine. Now, something to kind of help the Garchomp combat these Fairy types, Charm users, is going to be swapping out the Outrage for Fire Blast. That's going to be able to hit those Fairy types very hard. It is just neutral damage and non-stab, but it is a hard-hitting move. And at least it's neutral and not very effective as opposed to a ground type going up against, say, Togekiss, and then, of course, Outrage as well. So they're going to be going into that Mewtwo. We're going to go ahead and hit the Outrage here, seeing that they have no more shields left. We're in a very good position here. And I'm going to go ahead. I mean, at this point, I should have not went for another Outrage. I should have went for the Earth Power, because Outrage does take more energy, so kind of just a waste there. Bringing in Dialga and going for the Earth Power. This is going to be able to KO. Absolutely, Garchomp. Let's go. Taking some wins here with it. Fantastic. Absolutely an amazing looking Pokemon. There's really nothing bad about it. I mean, the only thing you could say, pretty much say is, well, it sucks up against Charm users, right? But everything has their weakness. So they're going to be swapping into a Mewtwo. We're going to be bringing in our Metagross here. And they're going straight for the Shadow Ball. Is that an XL? I did not see the numbers on it. And it is going to be a... No, I don't think it is. All right, so we're just going to continue on here. That's why the Shadow Ball just did not take us out. You can survive that comfortably, and then the Psycho Cuts are just going to be very slow going here. But if they do double shield that and we don't shield anything, they're going to be able to farm down like crazy, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and I think we let this first one go through. No, we're shielding it up because we're thinking, well, what if there's a Charm user? We don't want to be stuck out here. And we're going to let this one go through, though, because one more Surf, they swap into Snorlax, and we're looking perfect. No problem. So they're shieldless. We're going to go ahead and let this go through. If they had Outrage, yeah, that's going to be a bad day, but that was a little quick, and they're going for a Body Slam. And we're just going to go to town here. We're going to let this go through as well, holding on to that shield. It is another Body Slam, just tickling us, wasting energy, built up to 100, and then did a couple of quick moves. You don't really want to be doing that unless you're able to farm them down, and it's not worth using all that energy to take them out, and then you're going to be able to be loaded for the next Pokemon. Otherwise, you don't really want to do that. So we're going to try to swap into Kyogre as soon as possible, and Mewtwo goes down. They swapped it in there, and they have the Mamoswine. We were waiting for this, and this. Oh, look at that damage. That is crazy. Taking so much damage from Surf. Great. Let's move on to our next opponent here, folks. If you haven't, please give this video a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And we'll be getting to those Salamence battles soon. You know what? It's going to be short and sweet, but man, oh man, it is going to be crazy to see that damage. All right, so we're getting hit by a Sand Tomb. That's okay. Going to go ahead and lower that defense. As you can see, a lot of people are running Sand Tomb over here, right? Because people are expecting you to go for the Earth Power, the hard-hitting move. So maybe you're going to be using a shield when they just go for the Sand Tomb and bait you, lower your defense. It's kind of going to be a nice combination, as well as Dragon Tail. So we are going down minus a shield on their end, and we still have 2. We're going to go ahead and shield this up, thinking that they might have Earthquake or Earth Power. And of course we got baited and lowered our defense. They're bringing in a Gyarados, and we're in a horrible position here. What are we going to do, folks? Well, let's see exactly how this does play out. We still have good old trusty Garchomp. And this Gyarados does have Dragon Breath, unfortunately, so that's not going to be a good matchup. In combination with our ground-type moves, definitely not good. And it takes a while to get to Outrage. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and just stay here and put on the pressure. Although they do resist the Steel-type Meteor Mash, it is doing a lot of damage. We're going to go ahead and let this Crunch go through. And it was at this point I realized I messed up. I should have swapped into the Garchomp much sooner, because now they were able to farm up a whole bunch and hit us with Aqua Tails. Yeah, this is not a good position. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Earth Power here and hope that there's something back there that we can handle. And it is a Melmetal. Okay, so we know that Superpower is going to be not enough to take us out. The Quick Move is really not doing much. As a matter of fact, it's almost recovering us. And this is the key, to let them go for Superpower first. And they lower their defense, and now we're doing more, taking them out with the Quick Move, and we take the win. Let's go, folks. All right, I'm loving this team, having a blast. And we're able to actually go 5-0. All right, so let's keep it moving here. And we'll be getting into those Salamence battles shortly. Actually, you might see it. No, okay, it's going to be in the lead. When we do see it, it's going to be in the lead. And I'm going to tell you now, every lead we had with it was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So another Mamoswine here, good lead for us. Going for Avalanche, letting it go through. Going to farm this thing all the way down. That's right. Beautiful. Still have health and a bunch of energy and 2 shields. Bringing in a Melmetal, and this is, again, a good matchup for us here. I mean, what? Thundershock is super effective, but I mean, come on. That quick move is doing hardly any damage. Rock Slide is spammy. Melmetal is a great Pokemon in general, though, but this is just going to be good for us because we also did have that energy. So at this point, they could farm us down. Another farm down by Thundershock. That's happening quite a bit in this video. Bringing in the Garchomp to just absorb whatever they do throw at us. We're going to go ahead and farm down. It is going to be a superpower and swap. Yeah, it is going to be their own Garchomp. So why would I bring in mine? Well, to just start kind of putting on the pressure. Our Garchomp has energy. We have to keep that in the back of our mind here. We should be able to have them use all of their energy before they do go down. And then bring in our Garchomp, which has energy, take them out with Outrage, and well, we'll be looking good. I think that's how it's going to be playing out. And hold on to the shield or not. Okay, as soon as I said that, I was going to say hold on to the shield, but I think we need to survive and put on the pressure and force them to use that energy towards the end here. So here we go. Now, they're going to be forced to use up their energy here, hitting us with a Earth Power. And that should be depleting just about all their energy. They swap into Melmetal, and we're simply going to farm down here. We're perfectly comfortable. We have no more shields, all right? So there goes the superpower. We farm down. As soon as that Garchomp comes back in here, we're going to go ahead and hit that Outrage, and we're looking just perfect. Played that one just right, and let's keep it moving. What are we going to see here? Come on, show me the Salamence. There it is, folks. You ready? Mewtwo. Instantly, they're like, I'm out of here. They bring in Dragonite. Look at the damage before we retreat. We bring that thing down to half health with a couple of Dragon Tails. And that's incredible. It's not even level 50 yet. So, yeah, I'm very happy with this. And that's why I actually just used the rest of the XL candies. I was contemplating, should I invest these XL candies? Should I wait for the Mega to come out and invest in, like, you know, the best one that I do have that's non-Shadow so I can Mega Evolve it and have it XL? But we can't use them PvP, so who cares? And there's better Dragon Shadows and Megas. So, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and go with this one here. Let's go. Down we go. So what is it going to be? Well, let's go ahead and go with the Dragon Tail damage. We have 2 shields. Let's go. That Psycho Cut's not doing nothing. Hitting us with the Side Strike, retreating, and they have a... I can't even... I couldn't even see what in the heck that Pokemon was. Oh, it's a Garchomp. Oh, boy. So their quick moves, not doing much. So what we're going to do is swap into our Garchomp here to just absorb whatever they throw at us. We know that the Salamence is going to be able to take out this and the Mewtwo because of the quick moves, right? And we have a shield, so we're going to be looking just right. Getting that last shield from them, and they're going to be throwing a move. We're going to shield this up. It's an Earth Power, and farm them down with the Salamence, Dragon Tail. In comes Mewtwo, and farm them down with the... Let's get it. Wow, I was so surprised. I was like, wait a minute. This was purely out of annoyance of how I was getting countered, and I just wanted to mess around. But something weird happened, and now I think we have something that's going to take place, and not just this video, but in other videos. So we have a horrible lead, Mamoswine. So we're using a Garchomp, also extremely weak to ice, and a Shadow Salamence. I mean, how do I play out of this? We got the level 50 Metagross, so if you're planning on doing this, you have to have level 50 Metagross. I mean, you can go level 40, but good luck. So what am I thinking? Swapping into a Garchomp here up against a Mamoswine. That's a horrible matchup, right? Correct. There's nothing else we can do at this point. We got a shield out of them, which is fine. So what we're going to do is go into our Metagross here. After we do wait for the clock, they're going to be able to swap into their Snorlax. The time is up. So we're going to get this off and then bring in our Salamence. And we're going to get that through, doing some good damage. We're going to wait until they throw their charge move because we don't want the Salamence taking too many charge moves to the face because it's very, very squishy. And mine specifically has like 2 in defense and then 14 or 13 in attack IVs and then 15 for HP. So we're taking a body slam quite comfortably, I suppose, for a Shadow Salamence. In comes a Melmetal, and I'm thinking, oh, come on. If I hit this Fire Blast, if we get this Fire Blast through, this is going to be epic. They shield it up. You know, props to them. Okay, you got me. That would have been so good. So how am I going to be able to play around this? Yeah. I thought they were going to swap here. Did you see that lead? 2 dragons, 1 dragon in flying, 1 dragon in ground, and we still were able to come back from a Mamoswine lead. You got to be kidding me. So in comes a Mamoswine. We built up our energy just right, just like we should have, shielding up this Avalanche and making it to the Meteor Mash and taking the win. Are you kidding me? Let's go. Hit that like button for Shadow Salamence, putting in some work over here and come back from that crazy lead into the next battle. What are we going to be met with? Another freaking Mamoswine. Are you joking me? Now at this point, you know what I said. I was just messing around because of the counters. I was getting hard counters in the Go Battle League, and this happened. I was raging, but I was taking the win from that first one, so I was thinking, okay, so it's okay, don't lose your temper. Let's go. Let's make a comeback here. So we have our Garchomp up against the Metagross, and this is going to be a good matchup here, especially if we're level 50, and we're almost getting to another Earth Power. Do we want to shield this up? I think we're going to have to here. We're going to have to outpace them and win this matchup. That's the only way we're going to be able to pull this off, I do believe. So they're going to be bringing back that Mamoswine. We're going to be able to get to an outrage. Now they're farming us up. Now what? Well, Metagross, that's what. All right, so we're taking them out, swapping into our Metagross before they can get off their charge move. Do you like that? Let's go. And they got a Yveltal in the back. Now I'm thinking, right. It's counter after counter after counter after counter. I can't get a stinking break over here, but whatever. We're going to try to make a comeback here. Let's get it. So we're going to be throwing that Meteor Mash onto that Yveltal, doing a bunch of damage. Now, they do something to help me out here. Well, technically, they were right. If they didn't get this off, we would have got off the Meteor Mash, I think, and they would have just straight up lost that. Bringing in the Salamence, taking them out. Let's go. Salamence said, come on, what you got? I don't care if you're a legendary. XL. Now, here's the Togekiss lead with it. Can you believe this crap that we're getting, these hard counters, this bull crap? So what do? Why did I stay there? Did you see how quickly it took us out? There's nothing else to do. It's different with the Mamoswine. See, the Garchomp can hit the Mamoswine for neutral, as opposed to the Garchomp up against a Togekiss. It can't do anything. Ground, not very effective. Dragon, not very effective. So the only thing we can do is stay put. I'd never said that this was like a super well-rounded team. This is just for fun, folks, okay? We're just having a little fun over here, testing out Shadow Salamence. Sure, we can build a better team around it, but let's just see what we can do with this one, right? So we're taking out the Dragonite there, and down 2 shields. Lovely. So it's not looking too hot here. Horrible lead, and they're bringing in their Garchomp, and I'm trying to calculate. There's no way I can win this. There's no way. Now, if we could have gotten to like a Fire Blast with our Salamence, or, you know, that would have been different, but we can't. Now, we're going to probably take an Outrage. Yep. Not happening. They swap into Togekiss, take us out instantly. We bring in our Melmetal here. Now, I could have thrown this, but, you know, I'm going to. We're still going to take a loss. But if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And make sure you hit that like button if you want to see more Shadow Salamence in the Open Master League. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care, trainers.
Finally here! Fantastic!